Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about buying used baby goods. A lot of people are only just starting to come around to secondhand items since like the Facebook marketplace has just opened up. I'm not sure in any other countries what it's like, but in Australia it's pretty big. A lot of people post on Marketplace instead of like Gumtree or eBay now because eBay takes a fee and there's not as much traffic on Gumtree and eBay unless somebody is looking for a particular item. But if you're just bored and scrolling through, most of the time you are on Facebook and that's where your items appear. So if you're new to the buying used goods world, welcome, and I have a few tips to let you know so you don't get scammed, so you don't get ripped off, and so that you buy what you're actually wanting to buy. So you can buy little items like toys, necklaces, right up to prams and car seats and cots. You can buy bundles of clothes, you can buy a singular piece of clothing, headbands, dummies, bottles. What am I looking at? You can buy furniture like the little cubes that I put all of my clothes in. You can buy cupboards, TVs, you can literally buy anything on there as long as it's listed for sale. So let's have a look at some of the things that you need to make sure that you remember when you are buying. I'm going to use Facebook, Gumtree and eBay as a general rule. Again, I'm located in Australia. So, first things first, if you click on a picture and you really like that picture, it appeals to you, it's the pram that you've always looked for, or it's something that just looks really cool, read the ad. I have so many people messaging me, asking me things that I have written in my description about the item. For example, the other day I sold 2 car seats for my neighbor. The same car seat, it was a maxi cozy in the grey and white. They both had a date of manufacturer on them, which was 2012. I had people inboxing me asking, what's the date of manufacturing? Where can I pick them up? And a little side note, I always write the location. So what I do is I write the description. I'm going to show you like a little how I write it. I'm not going to write it, but I'm going to set up a little fake ad and write it here. So I write the description and then I put a few spaces and then I write my location of pickup. I say pickup and then where it's from. And then I put a few spaces and then a happy face so that when you click more, it brings it up and right in the middle of this white blank space is where to pick it up from. And people still ask me where pickup is from. I don't know what else to do. I feel like this is a rant. But anyways, read the description. Look at the photos. If you don't read the description, look at the photos, how do you know what you're going to buy? Getting onto the photos, look at the photos thoroughly. Ask the seller, are there any rips or tears? Are there any scratches? Stuff like that. If it's not listed, perhaps ask them. If, for example, there's like a pram liner in it, maybe ask for photos with the pram liner taken out so you can see, you probably cannot see in there, what the fabric is like. You cannot see what the fabric is like. Oh, that's better. But ask what the fabric is going to be like if it's a pram or something like that. Remember, you can usually pull things apart and wash them as well. So this pram has been completely pulled apart and washed it after I bought it. And I wipe it all over with like baby wipes. If you're serious about the item, contact the seller. Say, hey, I'm interested in a time to come pick it up. Make sure you ask the questions before you arrange pickup. Because another pet peeve, another pet hate of mine is people ask me for my address, they tell me the time that they're going to arrive, and they don't show. I literally, again with the capsules, have been telling people, let me know when you're on your way about 30 minutes beforehand and I will send you my address and you can come over and get it. But I tell them my suburb. So I had a guy message me say, yeah, I'm coming at 4 o'clock, no worries. And I'm like, yep, cool. 3:30 I messaged him, hey, you still coming? Yes, please, can I have your address? Yep, no worries. I sent him the address. As soon as I sent him the address, directly below that comment, he said, is the price negotiable? I said no, like we've already agreed on it. And then he just didn't show up. He didn't say, sorry, I can't come, I don't want it anymore, blah, blah, blah. He just ignored me. Don't do that. If you can't come, tell them. They have families, they have kids, they have things that they need to do. They're not just waiting for you. If you really want the item, pick it up as soon as you can. For example, if you work somewhere and it's close to that, either go on your lunch break if you can manage it, if you really want that item, before work, after work, grab somebody else to get it if possible. But if it's an item for you, it's probably best that you go and check it out for yourself. If it's your husband or your boyfriend or your friend, your best friend, your girlfriend, I don't know, if someone goes to get it for you, they might not know and they just pick it up and take it home without checking it. So it could have rips or tears or it could have mold, anything like that, and you would have still bought it for the same price. Another great tip is buy in daylight. Daylight. When you arrive at night, it's obviously harder to see the items. If you're not invited into the house so that you can see it under proper light, then it may be a little bit hard to see. I know I personally don't invite people into my house as they are complete strangers and they're just buying an item from me. I'll probably never see them again. So I generally don't like to let them into my house and I meet them outside if possible. So same could be to them, they might not let you in, vice versa. This goes for if you're selling, don't feel the need that you need to let somebody inside. So I kind of just changed this video and now it's for buying and selling used items or even new items that you're selling. If you are going to someone's place that you're a little bit unfamiliar with, I always suggest that you tell somebody that you're going there. I don't care if it's 2 minutes down the road or if it's an hour in the middle of the bush. I think that you should always let somebody know where you're going. Again, I know this is really bizarre and I'm a little bit cautious, but if you are going to a random person's house to buy something, you need to be safe. Send somebody the address, send somebody the time, and send somebody a message saying, hey, I'm just going to this location, this address for this item. You don't even have to tell them what it's for actually. If your family didn't know about reborns or about you having a baby or whatever it is, then you don't have to tell them that you're going there for that item. Just say, I'm going to buy something on Facebook, Gumtree, Marketplace, eBay. Facebook and Marketplace are the same thing. Anyways, let somebody know where you are, what you're doing, and say, I'll text you when I'm back in the car safe, or I'll text you when I'm back home safe. Easy peasy. Make sure that you do check that the item and the description matches up when you get there. Again, you don't need to go into their house. If they invite you in, and you don't feel comfortable, you can just say, oh, thank you very much, but I would prefer to stay outside. I'm quite a cautious person, so sorry to kind of say this, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather someone know where I was, just in case. Don't be afraid to ask more questions once you arrive. If you get there and it's not what it was described as and the photos don't match it at all, let's just say you got there and maybe the hood has tears in it, or you took the pram liner off and all the seat was stained or something like that. Ask a few more questions about it. Also, you know, speak to them and ask them why they didn't mention that maybe, or if it's something minor, you can just let it slide, or perhaps that gives you some bargaining room. Some people will be negotiable because you're on their doorstep. Some people will have a price set and they've already brought it down to that set price and that's all they're going to take for it. Make sure that you check the entire thing over. Open the hoods, open the strap covers, like look inside them, or take the cover off the car seat, check a cot, check the screws are there, check that there's no chips when they have said that there aren't, check there's no bite marks. Clothing, make sure that they don't smell damp, there's no mold through them. If you can get them outside in the light, I actually bought some clothing a long time ago from a lady. She was a very lovely lady, but she advertised them as not stained and literally had to throw half them out because they were literally all stained, which sucked big time. But I learnt my lesson. Check that there are no recalls, just in case. If it is for a reborn, it could be okay. It's up to you guys. And same with the Australian Standard sticker. That's just me going into like information mode. You don't need to have it for reborns, but it's just an idea. If you're unfamiliar with how to use it, ask how to fold it. Ask how to take the capsule out of the base. Ask how to, what else can you buy that you don't know how to use? And if not, if all else fails, go on YouTube. I tell people all the time, it's like, oh, it's fine. I would just go on YouTube and figure out how to use it. Usually there's a video there explaining how to do it. When picking up things, don't be in a rush. Do not ever be in a rush. If you're in a rush, you're not going to ask extra questions. You're going to quickly grab it and leave. You're not going to check it over and make sure that you're getting what is described. Oh my god, another rant. I'm going to say full-blown a rant. Take the correct money with you. I've had so many people rock up to buy things off me. As you guys know, I'm not sure if you guys do know that I sew little pram liners, and I sell a lot of the stuff that you guys see. I obviously do pram liners because I have a new one quite often. I have made my mobile and my cot sets. I've made blankets, little toys. I've also like made sewn dummy chains and beaded dummy chains. I made little outfits and stuff like that. So I made all sorts of things, and I do sell my items, hence why I have so many people buying or coming to my house and buying things from me. So that's where that is. And I've had people come and buy like shoes, little shoes. I sell them for $8 a pair, and I have people to come to me and like give me a $10 note or a $20 note, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't have change for that. So a few times I've got a few extra dollars because they haven't had the correct money. Last rant is show up. I've already said this, but I'm gonna say it again. If you say you're gonna be there, be there. If you can't make it last minute, just let them know. I would rather you say, hey, sorry, can't come, instead of just not showing up. I think that is the rudest thing that you can do. One day when you decide that you're gonna sell something, it will happen to you, and you may understand just how rude or annoying or terrible it is. I know I have done it once, and it wasn't on purpose. I literally forgot, and I got a cute little message saying how I'd wasted somebody's time, and I kind of just looked at it and I was shocked. I couldn't believe that I'd forgotten it, and I felt so bad. So I told her that I totally forgot and I was on my way if that was still okay. If she wanted me to still come, I would come. So I went straight to her house, I picked it up, and she was thankful that I came. But I think she was just annoyed at the time that I forgot, and I totally agree because it happens to me all the time. But I normally don't get responses of people saying, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I forgot, and then they come and get it straight away. So if you buy something off me and you do that, I appreciate it. Just come and get it. Don't be a pain. Okay, that is everything I have for buying and selling used items. It was mostly buying them, but a few tips you can just change into selling, of course. And we can all get some really cool stuff. If you buy the items and like wash them and stuff, some of them come up brand new. And you don't have to spend a fortune that way. That way you can have more things at a cheaper cost. I'm also going to chuck in here, I really like op shops as well. That's where I get most of my clothes, so you can always try there. And friends, if you have other friends that have reborns that are close by, you could try swapping your clothes around, stuff like that. It kind of just depends. I'm starting to look at some of the wardrobes that I have for the babies, and I'm getting a little bit bored with their clothes, even though some of them are brand new clothes. I just feel like it's the same thing over and over and over. Blah, 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 blah. If you like this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, please. It should be here. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you click the little bell notification and it will tell you when I upload. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!